Hello everyone, welcome back to Code Point. Hope so you all are doing well. And you watched my previous videos on HTML and learned a lot. I am trying to do my best to explain each and everything in simple and easy way. Now, before we continue, please consider to subscribe and like, and please press the bell icon to get the latest updates out of my channel and you don't miss any videos. So I was trying to make this video on what is CSS and why do we need it, because I thought it's very important before we dig into the CSS. And lots of people don't know why they're using CSS. So I decided to create a video on it. Then why should we use CSS in our web page? Now, what is CSS? Why do we need it? In today's topic, we are going to be learning what is CSS, why do we need it. Now, first of all, CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. So over here, as you can see, style. Now, you might have guessed a bit that it's about styling. So yes, you're right there. It's about styling, all about styling, how your web page looks, how it actually presents the web page to the user, or how the font size, everything. It is by CSS. How your web page is gonna get up, how your things are gonna look. It's all the CSS controls it. So cascading style sheets are an important way to control how your web pages look. Now, you might not understand what that means. So what I'm trying to tell here is CSS is very important and it's have a big role in your website because it actually tells you or tells the user how the website is looking. Now, it's not obviously going to show them that we have used CSS, but when the users come to that website and they feel like, yes, it's a good website, they are going to know that they have added some style in it, okay? Or if they're a programmer or a coder, they're going to know that, yeah, this man has learned CSS and he's quite good in it. And, yep, so why is it important? Now, one point I have to tell you is the major point. It allows one to adapt the presentation to different types of devices. Now, what I mean by that is, for example, someone is using a phone, they don't have a laptop, and they have created they're going to go to a website. When they click on it, unfortunately it's going to say, "Oh, I'm not very good fit for you." That's what it's not going to do, but it's actually going to show them, okay? The navel, everything going to be very small, and the things. But CSS helps you to develop that website for every single platform, whether you are on a mobile or iPad, laptop, or desktop, how it looks, okay? If there's a website which is not supportive by mobile, okay, it's not gonna get well on it, and if you click on the link and you go to it on a mobile, it's not gonna look good. Or if it's only done for mobile, not for laptop, desktop, or iPad, it's not gonna look good on them. So yeah, that also controls that. So if you have to publish your website, you should have it for every single device, for mobile, laptop, desktop, and everything, okay? So I'm going to show you some examples of how Google would look like without CSS. Now, yes, Google uses so much CSS in their browser. Why? Because they want their browser to look neat, clean, beautiful, attractive, so new and new users come out. Why Google is so successful? Because how it looks, how it presents, and how intelligent Google is. Now, intelligent means obviously JavaScript. If you haven't seen one of the videos which I explained the difference between HTML and CSS and JavaScript, please click on the I button and the link description box to see that video. They have also used so much JavaScript in it, so whenever you search something, it generates so quickly that we are just amazed. But that's JavaScript. We are talking about CSS right now. That's also one of the reasons why Google is a big company now, okay? and I think it started from 1996 to 2020 still now. And as you can see, it's growing up now. Every mobile have Google Chrome already installed in it. Okay, so you can tell from there that how successful Google Chrome is. Every mobile supported, every desktop supported. Okay, now some of the desktops or laptops doesn't come up with Google, but I think most of them does. That's why Google is like everything for us. We use Google every single time. For example, if you have a question, if you want to watch YouTube, and if you want to upload your YouTube video, you go to Google and then go to YouTube and then do something. Even Firefox supports Google. Whenever you search something, it's actually a Google browser. Let me show you how Google would look like without any CSS in them. Now, if I come to Google Chrome, I'm gonna wait, and there we go. Now, if I right click and click on inspect, now here is some of the code. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger and I'm gonna zoom in a bit. Now, as you can see over here, there is some CSS in there, not some, but a lot of CSS in only one page. Okay, so let's find some CSS and delete it. So I have found here two, one, two, and let's find some more. Come on. There's definitely too much style in them. Delete. Where's more? Let's find some CSS. Now, here is some CSS. Delete, delete, delete. You're gonna delete every single CSS which is in Google Chrome. And obviously it's not gonna look good then. Okay? If I close it, sorry. Now, you can see how Google Chrome is looking without any CSS. You can see the mic, which you click, and voice over, okay? Now, search by voice is all the way to the right, and everything else is aligned to the left. You can see Google, the search bar, the customized Chrome is went up a bit because I guess it's at the right, down like that over here. Now I can see the difference between this Google and this Google over here. Now let's find some more. Now you can see the text font is totally changed from this one over here. The search bar and the Google logo are very close to each other, which seems is a bit congested, and user might not feel that is comfortable for them to use Google Chrome because sometimes they're searching and the Google icon is coming up there, and you're going like, oh, what did I wrote? Okay, now we can see our logo. I mean, our account is over here. The Google apps are here. Everything is there. But now over here, it's all the way to the left. Now let's see how it's gonna look now. If I click on Google Apps, you can see I can barely see three of them. Okay, but if I click over here on the 9 icons, you can see it's looking good and clean and neat. That's what we mean by CSS. Cool, looks good. Okay, excellent. You can see some more things like customized Chrome is very good. It's done like a bit of shadow they have left, inner shadow and down shadow in them. Same for the search bar. You can see they have a bit of padding between the logo and the search bar. They have padding over here. For the padding is between your Google account to the Google apps to the images to the Gmail, and over here the icons have space, and this over here which says search by voice is in the search bar, but over here it is all the way to the right. It says no, I'm not contact with them. Okay, and you can see customized Chrome is also within the search bar. Google logos in the search bar, and everything. It doesn't really look good. No one wants it. Okay, now you're gonna say some websites does not have CSS. Let me make sure this. Every website has CSS in them. I think most of the people think that Wikipedia doesn't have CSS in them. Let me show you. Wikipedia does have CSS in them. Lots of CSS in Wikipedia. Let me show you first, okay? If I search up here Wikipedia, there it is. And let me show you how much CSS is in there. Okay, let's just search up here countries, okay? Yep, countries by population. Now, click on it. Now, you're gonna say that there is no CSS in them. There is, because I know what you mean, that it doesn't look good. It does look good. It's at least clean. Okay, the images are not actually getting into the text, and the the bar is at the sidebar. If I click on inspect, and let me show you the CSS of it. I'm gonna duplicate it so you have the difference. How it's looking with the CSS and how is it looking without the CSS. Now, let's delete some of the CSS. Where can I find the CSS? Over here. Let's click over here. There we go. We got some CSS. Delete. Delete all of the CSS in them. And now there's another one. And I think there are more. Yep. No, that's not the one. No. Okay. Now let's see how is it looking. That's how it looks without CSS, guys. That's without CSS. You can see the title is underlined, which means they have used CSS for it. You can see that the text is looking good. It's not looking bad, okay? The padding between the title and the text is alright, okay? That's not too much. You can see the table over here is looking quite good, but if you come over here and see the table, it's looking like that. No one would see a table like that. Everyone's gonna see the table like that. Yeah, they have some CSS in them, okay? I know it looks a bit complicated. Yes, Wikipedia is a bit complicated, but it has lots of information, mostly all about everything they have data about. And look, if it would be like this, no one is gonna go to Wikipedia and see anything. But if it's looking like this, as you can see, everyone is gonna come to this website, and as everyone is. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed my video and learned something from it. If you did, please consider to subscribe and like. And if you have any questions, please comment me below in the description box so I can answer you as soon as possible. Yes, so that's it for today's video. I'm gonna see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.